Good Friday morning. Thanks for joining us for a special edition of First News. I'm Cody Holmia.
I'm Donna Pittman. Good morning. We have live team coverage for you this morning on this First Alert Weather Alert Day. Nick Bender and Rachel Ripp, they are live out on the roads this morning as storms hit overnight. Jamie Weiss is inside watching conditions on the highways for you. So we're going to check with them in a minute. First, we do want to go to First Alert meteorologist Katie Horner with a look at how things stand right now.
All right. Right now, we remain under a flash flood warning for most of us until 10 this morning. Some will expire at 8:30 this morning, but I would not be surprised to see more issued as we have a lot more rain yet to come. I want to start you with a look at your 12-hour forecast. Today is an alert day for two reasons. The first are the flooding concerns this morning. Then we'll get a short break and another system comes in late this afternoon and early this evening with the risk of severe weather. And in that risk of severe weather includes a low chance for tornadoes and damaging wind. And of course, any more rain would just aggravate the flooding. So it is a busy weather day, one that you definitely want to maintain weather awareness so that you're not taken by surprise by any of these threats as they come in. I do want you to see, while some of us are in a lull in the rain right now, there is a lot more still to come throughout the morning hours. Here's a look up close, and you can see how Johnson County, Kansas is getting a nice break right now, but Cass County and Bates County, well, more so Cass County, Jackson County, Johnson County on the Missouri side, and Lafayette County are still getting some very heavy rain, as is Miami County. So let me show you how much rain just in the past 6 hours has fallen. In northern Leavenworth County, we're reporting or estimating from Doppler over 7 inches of rain, over 7.5 inches of rain under a flash flood warning right now. 4.5 near Blue Springs, 6 inches west of Richmond, 2 inches near parts of Overland Park. Earlier this morning, Nick Bender was at 435 and 23rd Street to show us the flooding that was happening there and the water rescues that were happening. He has moved now to Choteau and Gardner. He joins us now with a report there. I saw the pictures earlier, water on the roadways. Is that still the case?
It certainly is, Katie. You know, everything just kind of drains into this low spot. It's a very familiar area for flash flooding when it rains heavily here in Kansas City, there in the East Bottoms. And it's just concrete all around me. There's nowhere for this water to go but down. It finds the lowest lying area, and that's going to be right along Gardner Avenue here. Now, we have seen vehicles, you know, plow into this water. Some of them will gun it and go real fast going through it. Others will go slow. There's one safe way to navigate the water, and that's not go through it at all. Now, I know this place floods often, and you might be familiar. This might be your path to work in the mornings, and you might be used to water like this, but you don't know what the current road conditions are. You know, the pavement could have peeled back with the heavy rain. It could have eroded. There could be a 2-3 foot hole in there. You don't know that that's there until you drive over it, and then you're in the hole, and somebody's got to come and fish you out. So we encourage you, even if you're in, you know, a bigger profile vehicle, just don't risk it. Do what that vehicle right there is doing. They notice that there's water over the road. It's dark. They don't want to risk it. They're turning around. That's the decision of least regret that you're going to make this morning. You might add 5 to 10 extra minutes on your trip, but you ensure that you don't fall into a flooded hole on a road that, you know, typically just has about, 6 inches to a foot of water in it. You don't know that there's a hole under there, so there's no streams or creeks around here that you have to worry about, but that is not the case across the metro. There are other areas, other roads that are flooded, whether it be low-lying or they're near streams and creeks. And for that report, we're going to go to Jamie Weiss.
Yeah, Nick, thank you. And it's so good to see that driver turn around. We always like to urge that message, turn around, don't drown. And for all those reasons you pointed out, Nick, so critically important. All across the metro, we are dealing with wet roads clearly, and it's something that we're paying close attention to, obviously, on our highways. Nick was in the area in our last half hour at 23rd Street, where that's closed right now. 23rd Street and Television Place, because of significant ponding water there. We've had an earlier report of an accident, 435 at 23rd Street. And of course, we've been hearing about conditions from Nick Bender. Now we do want to head out to our Rachel Ripp, who's live for us near Indian Creek. Rachel, can you tell us what you're seeing where you guys are driving right now?
Yeah, Jamie, we are right in front of Indian Creek, which is where we were actually yesterday. To the left, or excuse me, to the right of us is Jasper's, right out the window. But you can see that water out there rushing really fast, moving pretty quickly. And where that rock ledge is, there was actually a family that was fishing out there yesterday, if you remember, later in the morning around 7, 8 a.m. that ledge is covered now. Now, it is not as high, we'll say, this water as it was last Thursday, but on our way here, we did see some standing water over on Ward Parkway in those typical spots, more low-lying spots where you'd see in weather conditions like we're experiencing today. Now, the state of Missouri's website, warns us that many flash flooding deaths do happen when cars are swept off low water crossings that are not meant to be crossed during flooding. So again, as we've been saying, turn around, don't drown, don't try to drive through that water. If you're hesitant, don't just avoid it, especially because we're in those dark hours of the morning. The sun, has not come up yet, but just 6 inches of moving water can knock you down. 1 foot of water can sweep your vehicle away, and those swift currents could potentially suck you into, storm drains or areas you don't want to be. So for now, live at Indian Creek, Rachel Ripp, KMBC 9 News. Back to you, Cody.
Thanks for keeping an eye on it, Rachel. So far, the Kansas City, Missouri Fire Department told us that they have performed 8 water rescues in the last 2 hours or so. First call came in around 2:45. All of these involved cars stuck in high water all across the city. We're told that thankfully firefighters and rescue crews are able to get everyone out safely and no one is hurt.
Okay, so we do have flash flood emergencies this morning in the metro.
Yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks. So Lathrop firefighters say they are ready to roll with this morning's rain. Last week they had nearly a dozen water rescues. They say most of these, kind of what we were hearing from KCFD, are cars that are stuck in high water or stalling out in flooded roads. They also suggest that people stay away from any problem spots along creeks, near trails, especially after a woman died in flash flooding Monday morning.
So just kind of be situationally aware as to what's going on in the areas that you like to frequent as far as exercising or being out and about. And if it just happens to be a situation where it just rises and catch up to you, I would say try to get to the highest ground as possible. Obviously, water's going to go to the low areas first and fill upward.
Now, firefighters say the best thing to do when there's flooding in the forecast is stay home if you can. And most people, might have a job where they can't do that, but try to just at least budget yourself some extra time and be able to get around some problem spots when you see them.
Yeah, and of course we never anticipate. We're doing our best to inform people ahead of time, but you get right up on that water, Katie. What do you do?
Right, and that depends on so many things. Is the water moving? Are you on a road? Are you in a river? All of those change on how you react if you should happen to find yourself in flooded water. In this example, this car is in some flooding underneath a bridge, and we see that this car comes to a general stop. So what do you do in this case? To stay or go depends on the flow. It's a real easy thing to remember. If the car is moving or sinking, you actually want to get out of the car, evacuate the car, swim to the shore if you're in a stream or a creek, and try to grab a branch, get out of the stream or the creek. In this case, if the river is not moving or the water is not moving, in this case he's on a road, stay with your vehicle, either in it if the water's not rising. If the water's rising, get on top of it and wait for a professional first responder to come and get you. But if you choose to get out and walk away, as Nick Bender just told you, there could be holes, including manhole covers that have moved, and you could fall into that hole. So if you're walking, use a stick or an umbrella to check for holes as you evacuate.
Katie, thank you. And we continue to check power outages this morning. As of right now, this is a live look at Evergy's outage map. There are more than 2,400 customers without power. We're going to watch the numbers as crews are working, doing their best in these conditions to restore power in problem spots for you this morning. Now, a reminder, if you do lose power, the KMBC 9 app is a great tool to have, especially during severe weather. You can access our up-to-the-minute radar, weather alerts, watch Katie live this morning, and next stream our first alert teams, much more. So it's a free download. Just go to your app store and search KMBC.